Well, you deserve the right to choose where your child goes to school. That's the idea behind School Choice Week, kicking off at the Statehouse today. Hundreds of supporters, including Governor Pence, rallied to celebrate educational options for kids and to push for a proposed law that supporters say will make it even easier to send your child to the school that's best for him or her. The now's Ann Kelly spending the day at the Statehouse looking into this. And Ann, this has to do with state and money and letting parents decide where to go, correct?
Yeah, that's right, Candace. Now, how it works right now, if your child enrolls in the public school down the street, that school gets a specific amount of money. So let's say $6,000. They get $6,000 for your student being enrolled. Now, under Indiana's current voucher law, parents can take that money, and actually parents who meet a certain income requirement can take that money and use it towards private school. Now, this proposed law, it expands that, would open this to more families, and would allow those public funds to be used towards far more than just tuition. The 28-page House bill introduces to Indiana what are called education savings accounts, a fund families making up to $97,000 can set up that would allow them to decide how to allocate the state money set aside for their child. So if a parent doesn't want to send their child to public school, they would be able to use that money not just for private school tuition as their current voucher program allows, but also towards textbooks at that school, private tutoring, homeschooling. They can even save the money and use it towards their child's college.
They would decide what is the best for their child and an individualized education plan for that child.
Representative Tim Brown, the sponsor on House Bill 1311, says the idea behind education savings accounts.
We have in the state of Indiana the philosophy the money follows the child. So this is no different than that. The money follows the child.
Opening the door for school choice, supporting the idea that so many at the Statehouse shared today. Parents should get to decide where their child learns.
A lot of people support public education, and they don't want to move down this road.
But there's another side, one the Indiana Coalition for Public Education represents. It has opposed vouchers from the beginning and says expanding them has a huge downside.
And every time someone diverts the money, it hurts the public schools. It hurts all the kids that are left in those public schools.
For public education is also worried about fraud. Select parents saying they're using public funds to further their child's education, but then not. Now, House Bill 1311 right now, it sits in the Education House Committee there in the House. It has to move ahead by the end of the week to be considered this legislative session. Reporting live outside the Statehouse for the Now Indy, Ann Kelly, RTV6.